Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is me, PC Thomas 2, for PlayMax Station 360, with a winter update on our production plans for towards the end of this year and the beginning of 2013, if we live that long. To begin with, as you can see, I have Black Ops 2. The entire production crew does. I'm the only one that's got any footage recorded. As far as Black Ops 2 goes, we're going to be sticking mostly to zombies. Might play around with the campaign a bit and talk about the challenges in the campaign levels, seeing as how no one wants to talk about them. But other than that, that's probably going to be the extent of what we do. I'm not going to be doing any weapon reviews or weapons guides. I might do my personal strategy for solo or a multiplayer guide later, or somebody else on the crew might do theirs. We're going to be focusing on, for right now, up through January, we're going to be focusing solely on Transit, just because it's the only map that we really all have access to. I was unable to pre-order the Hard Edition, so I could not get Nuketown. However, I'm planning on buying the Season Pass so we can do a Nuketown review. But our plans for Transit right now, or not Transit, Green Run. I always get on people for calling it Transit. It's Green Run. We're gonna be doing a Green Run, in-depth on Green Run. It's not gonna be in one episode. By the time I'm getting up the moon, I'm gonna have it split up into 2 and 3 parts. However, I'll talk about that in a minute. As far as Transit and Green Run go, I'm gonna actually do every bus stop in Transit as a separate video. However, I will talk about the difference across the game modes, despite the fact that Grief and Survival are almost literally the same thing with just 4 extra people. We're gonna do each bus stop, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the secrets and the behind the scenes stuff going on with Transit, and the Easter egg for Green Run, the Tower of Babel. We may do an in-depth on that. We might do it, trophy achievement guide for it. However, I know a lot of commentators have already done it. I don't like doing the same thing a lot of people have already done, but probably we will, considering that we've got plans on doing a lot of Easter eggs. As far as buildables go, like upgrades to the bus and stuff, most of that's probably gonna go in one episode. We're gonna try to get all the buildables, or most of the buildables, in one episode. I know we're gonna do the jet gun, the nav card table, or the obelisk table, and the bus in different episodes, mainly because those two are involved with the Easter egg Tower of Babel, and the bus is involved with Undead Man's Party Bus, and I don't want to do them together and just people have to go through one video to try to find those 3. Because I know that whenever I first started playing, I did not know how to build the Thrust-A-Dime. That's the legit gun, whichever one you want to call it. When we get to Nuketown, I know people like Spiderbite have already done a full review of this map and Nuketown. If you watch Black Next Gen Tactics Zombies, you probably do know that they've done a complete and total review about Green Run, about its secrets, and they've already done a Easter egg walkthrough for both parts. Most likely we'll just do one, whichever one we decide to do. Probably at a coin toss for us. When it gets down to other stuff that's coming up, given that Dragonborn is finally coming out for PlayStation 3, I refused to do an in-depth for Skyrim as long as Bethesda was going to keep up the DLC, like a DLC for all systems. I know it's a stupid idea, but it's just a matter of I don't feel right being cheated out of a DLC, and I really don't feel like I should put any support into them. However, now that they have slated Dragonborn for an early 2013 release on PC and PS3, I'm gonna actually jump into it. Right now, I actually have some videos ready to rock and roll. Bus Depot, I hope to have up this weekend. I really the problem comes up with me is whenever I go to try to commentate this, I want it to be perfect. I have Derice done. I've had Derice done for about 2 weeks now, and I haven't wanted to commentate it because every time I try to commentate it, I always mess it up. And I always forget one thing, an LMG, or I forget that a perk machine is over in the corner, or just etc. etc. But no, that's pretty much the thing. And speaking of older maps, I am gonna go back and continue doing the in-depth maps. I just want to go ahead and get a jump start on Black Ops 2, and I'm gonna do the in-depth for Green Run, and then as I'm getting that done, I'm gonna continue on with what I'm doing with the original Black Ops. Get Derice done, jump on Kino, and then work my way up through Moon. Probably we're going to do the Easter egg guides for everything except the Casimir mechanism, and with the exception of it, we're probably going to do a Easter egg guide for them. They're very long. We did the Eclipse, and Time Travel Will Tell is a very hard achievement or trophy to unlock. But that's just one of the achievement guides we're talking about doing. Some other trophy achievement guides are like don't fire until and there are a lot of them that have been done already by a lot of people who I really liked. I mean, there are some of them like Lights Their Eyes that don't really need an in-depth because they're pretty obvious what you've got to do. You Have No Power Over Me, that's one of them that was really good. I mean, there are other ones though that I really feel like we could cover better. I'm not gonna say which ones, and I'm not gonna say who did a review on them because I don't want to insult anyone. But those are just ones that I really would love to. There are some of them I really love to go over, and there are some of them that whoever did them first did a very good job with them. Again, we're not going to do any kind of weapon review. Drifter, I know that he's probably going to do a weapon review for zombies. I know Spider-Bite's doing one right now over several of the guns. So there really isn't a point. Really isn't a point. There are, and anyway, if someone else does decide to do a weapon review, that's fine and dandy with them. I just don't want to do something that everyone else is doing. And I know a lot of the production crew feels the same way. We just don't want to do something that everyone's doing. Besides that, we're probably gonna get back on some of our older games and play around. I know that I posted a few Resident Evil 6 videos that I'm talking about. I'm probably gonna go back and post the rest of the character manifest for Mercenaries on there. It's just one of those things where time really has gotten away from me. My school career is ending. A lot of the production crew were finally getting out of high school, so it's been kind of busy for us. However, I know that in the coming months we're gonna have a lot of time to work, and we hope to be bringing the entire YouTube community. We hope to be bringing y'all a lot of stuff. This has been PC Thomas 2. Have a very Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year, and hopefully we get to live to see it. Anyway, PC Thomas 2 out.
I can sense the longevity.